Simon Karoda is my colleague on the bottom of your screen, and he will be handling the sign language interpretation for tonight. Remember, this live newscast is coming to you live on even our social media platform, including Facebook, Twitter, and also our very beautiful KBC app. We begin with the burial of Haji, where tributes continue to pour in from across the country in honor of the late Garissa Senator Mohamed Yusuf Haji. A cross-section of Kenyans interviewed in Nairobi, Mombasa, and Garissa called on civil servants, politicians, and religious leaders to practice political tolerance and emulate the late Haji, who was a peacemaker.
Garissa County Senator Mohamed Yusuf Haji, aged 80, died at the Aga Khan University Hospital early Monday morning after a long illness. His demise comes a few days after he returned to the country from Turkey, where he was being treated. Haji's body was taken to his house in Riverside Drive, Nairobi, for relevant Islamic rites, including ghusl, a full-body bath given to the dead. Family, friends, and political leaders flocked his home to give their last respects to the long-serving administrator. Some minutes past 2 p.m., the funeral cortege left for Masjid Noor in South Sea, Nairobi, for final prayers. Thereafter, the convoy proceeded to the Langata Muslim cemetery in Nairobi, where Garissa County Senator was laid to rest a few minutes before 5 p.m.
فمن زحزح عن النار وأدخل الجنة فقد فاز وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور.
President Uhuru Kenyatta, who was accompanied by Deputy President William Ruto, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and Senate Speaker Kenneth Lusaka, eulogized the veteran politician as a dependable Kenyan leader and a patriot.
Mzee Haji, mashauri yake haikuwa ya kitu chochote. Ni mashauri ya kutoka kwa roho, ya kutoka fikira zake, na ndipo nilikuwa na muamini vile nilimuamini. Miaka hiyo yote hakuna chochote mwenyewe ameuliza chake isipokuwa za wananchi ambao anawakilisha.
Haji was, until his death, was the chairperson of the Building Bridges Initiative BBI Taskforce. The burial of Senator Yusuf Haji closes the chapter of a leader who has been described by many as a statesman who was always at the forefront to fight for the interest of his people. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Suleiman Yeri.
And still on that is that the late Garissa Senator Yusuf Haji will be remembered as a long-serving administrator since 1960, and about the late Mzee Jomo Kenyatta and Daniel Arap Moi's regimes having climbed from a district officer to a provincial commissioner. Haji served the expansive Rift Valley region as a PC between 1970 and 1998. Senator Haji, until his death, was the co-chairperson of the Building Bridges Initiative Task Force.
The late Senator Yusuf Haji, the father of Kenya's Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP Nurdin Haji, was born on December 23, 1940, in Garissa district in the northeastern province to a Somali family. For his post-secondary education, Haji earned a diploma from the University of Birmingham, where he majored in management and finance control. Haji began his professional career in administration and management, where he joined the Provincial Administration of Kenya as a district officer in 1960 and went on to serve as Provincial Commissioner between 1970 and 1997. He was nominated to Parliament in 2002, and in 2007 he was elected to Parliament unopposed as Ijara MP. On 8th January 2008, Haji was appointed Kenya's Minister of State for Defense after the 27th December 2007 general elections under the Mwai Kibaki administration. And on 18th June 2012, Haji was appointed Kenya's acting Minister of Internal Security and Provincial Affairs after the incumbent Minister George Saitoti died in a helicopter crash a few days earlier. Haji had previously worked closely with Saitoti on the Linda Inchi military operation. Haji held the new position concurrently with the Minister of Defense docket until a permanent internal minister was appointed on 21st September 2012. He has served in the Senate of Kenya since 2013. He died on 15th February 2021. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
And tributes continue to pour in from across the country in honor of the late Garissa Senator Mohamed Yusuf Haji. A cross-section of Kenyans interviewed in Nairobi, Mombasa and Garissa called on civil servants, politicians and religious leaders to practice political tolerance and emulate the late Haji, who was a peacemaker.
He's not only a peacemaker, but beyond. He's contributed wherever you find Yusuf Haji. He must be in the midst of reconciling communities, reconciling individuals, always giving advice.
Every aspect of Haji's public life is full of humor, full of public support, and full of being patriotic.
Mzee Haji speaks the truth. He doesn't sugarcoat it. So he's a man that I respected a lot.
He always says, do the right thing. Don't do the wrong thing. Always do the best you can, serve communities, work with everybody, work with the leadership, and work with all communities.
Somebody who has always been there for us with advice, with support, and we are going to miss him dearly.
Because of the leadership, or the exemplary leadership of these great leaders, we all of us step back and think of what we want and where we want Kenya to go.